Hi students, welcome back to today's class. Now we are going to see about next session, that is session 4, computer security and privacy under ICT skills. Okay, so we store a lot of information on our computers and electronic devices. Okay, for example, we keep our photos on our mobiles. School computers store personal information regarding every student and their parents' information, and computer used in banks, no, store the financial information of their clients, and computers in hospital have important information about their patients. Okay, so like that, all important information, sensitive information about one particular person is going to be stored in every computer. So if any of this information, okay, if it is gets lost or leaked and falls into the wrong hands, it can cause a lot of harm to the pupil. Okay, and for example, if information stored in a bank computer gets leaked, it can cause many people to lose a lot of money. So hence it is essential to keep computers secure and our data safe also. So we need to take care of our computer also, and we need to safeguard the data also. This is only known as computer security and privacy. Okay, so privacy means our personal information should not get leaked. So like that, we need to provide security to our computer. So computer security deals with protecting computers. How we can protect our computer? So computer security and privacy deals with the measures used to prevent loss of data, prevent the data loss. Which measures we can take, steps we can take to prevent the loss of data. So reasons for security break. Security break means what? It is the leakage of information stored in the computer. So personal information can be lost or leaked in two ways. First one, when we are not careful in giving out our personal information over the internet. So in the internet or in the social media, we should not post our personal informations or photographs, all those things. For example, we share our account details and password on unsecure sites. Okay, and a person gets unauthorized access to our computer. This can happen in the office if we leave our computer without logging out. So whenever we are not using our computer or email or any other app, what we are using as a privacy related apps, no, like WhatsApp, all those things, we need to provide a password for that. Secured password we need to give, and we need to log it out. Okay, and computer security and privacy is about measures we can take to restrict access to the personal data stored in the computer. So what are the measures we can follow to take restrict access to personal data stored in the computer? That is only known as computer security and privacy is about. What are the threats to computer? Okay, so threats are the ways in which personal information can be leaked from the computer without our knowing. So without our knowledge, if our personal information, if it is going to be leaked from the computer. Okay, so threats means it is a way in which these informations are leaked without our information, only known as threats. So like a theft means stealing of information or hardware. Okay, information can be stolen with the help of the pen drive, and hardware also can be theft. Okay, so these may be of three types: physical, identity, and software piracy. Physical means where a person may steal your desktop computer or laptop computer also, okay, in order to get access to your computer and information. Next is identity, where a hacker steals your personal information and assumes your identity. And using this false identity, the hacker can gain access to your account information or perform illegal activity. So he may be using like you, and he'll be posting all unrelated, irrelevant details and all. He may post by using your login ID. Okay, so that is only identity. Your own identity is going to be used by hacker. And software piracy, this is stealing of software. That is only known as software piracy, stealing of software, and includes using software, other software, distributing unlicensed or unauthorized copies of the computer program or software. Okay, first one is stealing of software. Second includes using of software, other software, and spreading. Okay, that is distributing unlicensed or unauthorized copy of your computer program or software is known as software piracy. Next is virus. Virus is also a kind of threat only. Okay, So viruses are computer programs that can damage the data and the software programs or steal the information stored in the computer. So first it will be damaging the data or the software and the software programs also. Or it may steal the information stored on a computer. So like that way we have a lot of viruses. Okay. Steal the information stored on a computer. Major types of viruses are worms and Trojan horse. So worms, what it will do? These are the viruses that replicate themselves. That means it will be making a copy of its own self, okay, multiple times, and spread to all the files once they attack a computer. Okay, it will be spreading its forms, okay, different forms, no, and it will be spreaded to different folders and files, okay, and it will be attacking your computer. So this makes it very difficult to remove them when it is making its replication. Okay, that is duplication. Same copy is going to be created multiple times. That is the kind of worm. And Trojan horse means Trojan horse, it conceals its originality. That means it will be hiding its originality, and discusses itself means it is hiding its originality. It is actually it is a damageable software, and but it will be looking like a good software. Okay, so that is only known as Trojan horse. It appears to be useful software program, but once it reaches the computer, it starts behaving like a virus and destroying data. So beginning, it will be looking like a good software when it is entering to the computer. Once it is entered to the computer, it will show its originality, and that it will be looking like working like a virus and destroys the data which is available in the computer. That is only known as Trojan horse. Next is online predator. That is also a kind of threat only. So online predators means are the people who trap you into inappropriate relationships. Okay, so they may be older people. Okay, so those kind of online predators, they may be older people, but they may be posing to be your age. Okay, so they will be posting some kind of messages or some messages or information they'll be sharing like your own age. Okay, but you'll be believing based on that messages, you'll be believing that they are your own age. Okay, but bullying you onto doing illegal activities online. Okay, in online they'll be making you to do illegal activities, and sometimes face to face also this may happen. So you should be very careful when you are getting messages or when you are replying messages to anyone. uh, uh, Read twice or thrice. Okay, twice or thrice, and you just get the help of your parents. Afterwards you can respond to any unknown anonymous persons. Okay, next is internet scams. Okay, sometimes you may receive very attractive offers saying you have won a huge money in a lottery and that you can claim the prize by depositing certain amount of money. Okay, so they'll be asking you to claim the prize. Okay, they can we can get the prize by depositing some amount. Okay, so in that case what we will do, when you deposit the money using credit card or online banking, so you not only losing your deposit money, so whatever amount they are asking, simple amount only compared to that price, but that amount is also lost. Along with that, your details, okay, your card details, account information may be misused later. Okay, so whatever information you are giving in that website may be like a hacking website. Okay, so they may get your personal information like your card number and all the other things by using these attractive offers. Okay, they may receive your personal informations and they may misuse your card details and that later. Okay, next is protecting your data. To protect our data from theft and viruses, we can take the following measures. Okay, first we need to use passwords to log into our computer. Use passwords that are difficult to guess. Like passwords are difficult to hack if they are mixing of small letters, capital letters, numbers, special characters. Okay, all these things if you are mixing up together in the password, this would prevent unauthorized people from using your computer. Next is install antivirus and the firewall. So antiviruses and firewall monitor the data coming in and out of the computer. Whatever data comes in our computer and goes out of our computer, everything will be monitored, checked by this antivirus and firewall. Okay, and antiviruses can also detect and clean viruses that may have entered the computer. Antiviruses, what it will do? Firewall will be monitoring all these incoming and outgoing activities which are occurring in our computer. But viruses, antiviruses can also detect and clean the viruses that they have already entered in our computer. Next is encrypting data. This is usually done by banks, companies, in which important customer information is stored. So where they have kept important information about the customers, no, on all those companies, this encryption of data will be done. So they can encrypt their entire hard disk using encrypting feature in Windows like BitLocker. Okay. So this would force users to use a decryption password for a key or key before starting the computer, thus preventing unauthorized usage. Okay. So any user, unknown users, if they are able to, if they want to see that information, they need to know the decryption password. That is key. If they have only, they can able to decrypt it, and they can view the entire details about a company's employees or bank customers. Okay. So next is secure sites. Give details of your credit card or bank account only on the secure sites. So how we can identify that site is a secure sites? See in the address bar of the browser. So okay, whenever you open the browser, just see the address bar of the browser. If the site address starts with HTTPS colon, that is HTTP protocol, hypertext transfer protocol, secured website, that is only indicated by this S. Okay, HTTPS, and lock symbol you need to have, that is like a lock symbol you should have after this, and then it is safe to give your credit card and bank details. Okay. So if you see this address, then it is safe to give your credit card and bank details, otherwise you should not give if it is an unsecure sites means. So with this, session 4 is also ended. So with this, all sessions are over in employability skills, or lessons units also over with this employability, with this session 4. Thank you.